show at Knights of Columbus.
Yeah, Jordan Pally, former fucking designer for mixtape stuff and show promoter. Douchebag.
Well, I've known the boys in Statutory Rap for some years now. I originally started working in the bar scene in Port Hope, and that's how I ended up meeting Isaac, because we were at Farini's, and Mike Pignataro ended up working there. First he started hanging out, and then Chris Martell came on as the DJ there. So I ended up working with them, and, kind of threw some stuff together, did some graphic design work with them, promoted a show.
Fuck was it called? It was like, it was the Christmas something fucking.
He was promoting it, like he's anticipating so many people coming. He had a venue booked, so it was shaping up to be really exciting.
Like, my memory is so fucking bad, so all of this is just in my hazed glory. We're doing the first show. Luke was going to be there. It was set in stone.
Basically, I started Statutory Rap, to be perfectly honest. It was actually just myself and Dan Thomas decided we wanted to do something special for our friends for Christmas. So we rented a hall, got a couple of bands, and just threw a big old shindig.
We got to play a show. We're doing it. We got to do our first one. He's like, yeah, we got you. So he get some other bands. You get Stale Fish, like ska, reggae. They're good. They're semi-established. They play shows, This is our first show. They opened for us, which is ridiculous.
Then I remember getting to the venue at night, and no sound shit had been set up. He was anticipating way too many people. He was getting paranoid. Too many people were going to come, and blah, blah, blah. So it became really tense, and just like, oh, fuck, what are we about to be in front of? And I was the one who ended up having to set up the sound equipment.
I was the one that set up the sound system, not Mike. He did come in. He did help out a little bit with the direction of how everything should get set up, but that was kind of like the Statutory Rap production requirements, as some might say, just to make sure that everything worked for them the way that they wanted. But I feel that kind of fell under the band's capacity for what they had to do for the event.
Like, what the fuck? That's not my job to do that if you're organizing a show.
I don't remember anything other than we were doing a quick little sound check after Stalefish had sort of taken their gear away and stuff, and we were in our normal clothes. And then there was this little dressing room area where I guess at Knights of Columbus they keep like the chairs, tables, I don't know, extra pop or something like that, extra beer. But I remember that we were back there trying to get changed into our suits really quickly, and Jordan came back and opened the door, and everyone could see us back there. We're back there getting our suit pants on and stuff. And it kind of killed the gimmick a little bit. I remember that pissed me off, but besides that, I really don't remember anything else about what Mike's talking about. But it doesn't mean it didn't happen. It just means Mike was more involved in the technical side than I was.
I don't remember it how Mike remembered it being. I remember everything working properly and how being a very successful event.
We didn't have anything, CDs or mixtape actually printed at that point. We just did the show. People were going nuts.
It was fun, but to be honest, I don't really remember the vibe of the crowd that night at all, which should mean that it wasn't that memorable.
Honestly, first thing I remember about Knights of Columbus was the heckler, obviously, because, I wanted to kill that kid.
And then, 300 people ended up coming, which was over capacity to the Knights of Columbus. So, they have your balls in a vice, and they really don't want anything going wrong at all.
They tried to shut us down 10 times over the course of the night. I remember when Statutory Rap was going on stage, they actually told us to shut the doors and not let anybody else in while we still had a lineup of people outside trying to get in.
And it was at capacity by the time I got off work, and it was just like, just got drunk at the Ganny.
And we basically told them to go screw themselves and keep selling us beer, and the show went on.
We sold them out of booze. Knights of Columbus didn't have anything left but fucking Smirnoff coolers by the end of the night. Bottles of Jägermeister were gone. It was fucked.
So they were pissed. Pally was paranoid.
He made me out to be incompetent, and when you're broadcasting something like that on a public level, somebody's got to put a stop to that so that it doesn't go any further.
Jordan is telling people, and he's posting on our Facebook page, whatever, that he's going to take legal action.
Well, I was considering legal action. I still am considering legal action. I've asked Statutory Rap a number of times to deal with it in a more public way, and That's kind of why I'm here speaking today and why I'm actually giving my point of view so that everybody can understand that I'm not incompetent when it comes to running events, when it comes to operating in the industry. I really like to hold myself to a very high standard and maintain that high standard.
Mike came out and told the truth.
It was a little bit behind my back and it did catch me really off guard.
He told the truth as he knows it, whether people like it or not. And, Jordan is now gonna what? He's gonna sue us?
To be perfectly honest, Mike Pignataro was just slandering.
He's gonna sue us for putting a video out that says that he promoted the event too well and too many people showed up and it was already at capacity and there was already a lineup and still a lineup outside. He's gonna sue us for this because we said he promoted the event too well.
He basically ran my name through the mud, and that's not something that friends do to each other, and I don't associate with myself with people that do that.
Jordan, you were paranoid.
It didn't really hurt per se. It was more so, yeah, you know what? It did hurt. It did hurt hearing something like that. Coming from somebody that I've supported in the past, it was very difficult to listen to him explain me as a person in those words.
And a lot of people that have never put on an event, they don't realize the pressures and how overwhelming it can be when you're, put in that position and you're the guy in charge. It's a lot to handle for the best of us, for the most seasoned, concert promoters and everything. So for him to be paranoid, he should have been paranoid.
In the future, if it has to do with me, I'd appreciate a little bit of a heads up, especially with something that was a little bit of an affront like that.
Jordan, threatening legal action does not worry me because you cannot get someone on slander if it's the truth.